Be able to see your lineup do what it did, and then in the ninth, did you get worried that you didn't stick with Anderson long enough?
No, not at all. I mean, total confidence in those two guys at the end of the game. Tyler was outstanding throughout, kept them off balance, really did a nice job. And we created some run scoring opportunities in the first. We did a really nice job extending, guys getting down the line. We got the benefit of a ball that wasn't caught, but then we continued that onto it, which was nice.
Draw a hockey parallel. A lot of times when a team's like playing its backup goalie, you'll see them playing more responsible brand of hockey. Do you think having a lineup like you did today kind of forced guys to change their approach or do things a little bit in a smarter way?
Yeah, I've heard that analogy before. Don't know a ton about hockey, although the Penguins are in the playoffs, right? So that's good. Yeah, I think we had some guys that stepped up today. I mean, we talked about it yesterday with Reynolds not playing and Colin not playing. Defoe had really good at bats. Todd Frazier did a nice job. We were able to extend. I mean, I thought Stallings had a homer there. I think he has a homer on any other day, but we had some guys that really did a nice job. Tom had good at bats again today with the walks. So it was nice to see our lineup up and down contribute.
He got jammed on a couple of at-bats, but also made that diving catch. Just your thought of Stokes' first opportunity here.
Really good. I mean, tough place to get a draw of playing right field at Wrigley with the way the wind was today, and then getting no pregame work on it because of the fact that it rained all morning. He did a nice job coming in on the ball. The ball he made towards the line, it's probably one of the most difficult places in baseball to play just because there's no foul territory. So you're catching it or your wall. And he made a really nice catch on it. I would say it's probably the most challenging place in the National League. That was a big point in the game. He made a sliding catch. Overall, really good debut. He hit the one ball pretty square on the nose, and he got caught up in the wind. So, really happy for him. He contributed to the win.
What made Anderson so effective today, Shelty?
The fastball. I thought he executed the fastball. He went up with it. It's probably the best command we've seen him have. When he needed to go to secondary stuff, especially the change up, he did it to keep him off balance. But the execution of the fastball at the upper quadrants of the zone were elite today.
Shelty, pinch hitting is, kind of the art of timely hitting, but Wilmer Defoe was able to do as a starter today. He's done it a lot as a pinch hitter. What stood out to you about his at-bats today to be able to come up with two big hits there? Yeah,
2 big hits. He had the triple. I thought he did a nicer job staying under control during his at-bats today. Sometimes when you're a bench guy and you get starts, you want to try to do too much. And today, I don't think he did that. I think he really stayed, within his plan, just like he was pinch hitting, and we reaped the benefits of it.
What does Defoe's energy and veteran status do for your team?
It's extremely helpful. We have some guys that are more reserved than others, and Defoe is not reserved. He's high energy from the first pitch of a spring training game to the first pitch of a regular season game, and then throughout. And I think when you have a guy that's a bench player that doesn't play every day and carries that, I think it helps contribute to why he's done a nice job pinch hitting too.
It doesn't get a situation like you're in out there. You sort of emphasize the concept of team and everybody contributing, from 1 to 25 or 1 to 26.
Yeah, 100%. I think we have to do that, and it's not just 1 to 26, but I think we're seeing organizationally. I mean, with the injuries we've had and calling people up, it's not just the guys at the major league level; it's the guys in development. And it's kind of cool to be able to tell people they're making their major league debut, and then to see them contribute like Stokesy did today, that's awesome. It's what we have to do in the Pirates organization. Thank you.
Troy, I want to start off asking about that catch along the right field line. Having not been there and the wall is coming pretty quick, can you take us through that catch?
Like they had told me about the field coming here. This is my first time here, but I knew kind of like how I had an idea of like foul line and then it's right on the wall. So as soon as he hit it, I knew it was going to be close. I took off, peeked at the wall, peeked at the ball, peeked at the wall again. I was like, all right, I can catch this. So I was able to just slide and catch it. I I didn't want to run smack into the wall, but I knew I had a little bit of room to kind of make the play. So yeah, I was able to make it.
Troy, how'd you find out you were called up?
So it's kind of a weird story. So they told me yesterday, I was in Iowa, that I was going up to be on the taxi squad. In my mind, I'm like, all right, one more day left in Chicago. Like, that's what they told me. That's what I'm gonna be. And then I got here this morning and they called me in. Shelty asked me if I wanted to be a big leaguer. Of course, I said yeah. And then yeah, that's pretty much how it happened.
So Troy, were they messing with you? Like the joke was the taxi squad, or do you think something changed or what?
No, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, either they wanted to officially tell me or whatever. I mean, when they told me, I was just getting prepared to play today. And just, I mean, on the ride here, I was just like, whatever happens, happens. Like, I'll be ready if I'm called upon.
Was that your parents that you saw after the game? Who all made the trip?
Yeah, my parents. So I told them right after Shelty told me. So it was around 10 something here. And yeah, lucky enough, they were able to hop on a plane. I think they got here around the 6th or 7th inning. But yeah, it was good. It was good to see them. They were able to make it out.
What are your parents' names, Troy?
Well, my dad is Troy Stokes Jr. And then my mom's name is Lawanya Stokes.
Okay. And where were they flying from? They hopped on-
Lawanya. Lawanya. Lawanya.
And where were they flying from? They just hopped on.
Baltimore. Yeah. They were able to find a flight. I think their flight left at 12:30 Baltimore time. I don't know. It's an hour difference, so it was around that time. So yeah, it was pushing it, but yeah, they made it.
I guess it was worth it, even though you only saw about 3 innings, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially for them. I mean, I'm not my parents, but I know if they would have got here to see 5 minutes of it. So yeah, that was exciting.
Troy, when did you spot them in the crowd?
I want to say the 7th or 8th. I remember I asked Adam Frazier around the 5th. I was like, hey, where do like families like sit? And he told me the section. So I looked, scanned, and normally I'm pretty good at like picking out. I mean, again, this is my first big league game. But yeah, I first spotted him in like the 7th. My dad stood up, and it's probably when they first got there. It was just at the end of the inning, just got in the dugout. And my dad stood up and I saw him. Oh yeah, waved and stuff.
How about the significance of it being on Mother's Day that your mom got to see a little bit?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember in spring on her birthday, I hit a homer. And when they told me yesterday that I was going up for the taxi squad, I was like, all right, well, it's Mother's Day tomorrow. Like, that'd be pretty cool if I debut on Mother's Day. It'd be a pretty sweet gift for my mom. So yeah, I mean, it worked out, and she got to see me play.
Get you out of buying presents anyway.
What'd you say?
Get you out of buying presents.
Yeah, I'll still get her something, but yeah.
Troy, what do you think about this opportunity for you to get some playing time and show the big club what you can do?
I mean, I love it. I mean, I feel like everybody in baseball is weird. I mean, it's all about opportunity, especially when you get up to AA, AAA. I mean, you guys probably know a little bit about my story. But I mean, just getting here, man, it's been a wild ride. I'm happy to be here, and it's all worth it. Man, I'm looking forward to continue to show what I can do, not just defensively, of course, but offensively, and just get the ball rolling. I mean, I'm excited about today, of course, but going forward, just help the team win, do whatever I can.
Troy, I'm sorry if I missed your parents, they're long enough to see your catch along the wall?
No, I don't. My dad actually said they were in a cab, in like an Uber or a cab on the way to the field, because it was like they said it was like a 30-minute drive from the airport to the field, and they saw it in there. I'm good, Troy. All right, you good? Thanks, guys. See you.
Tyler, just generally, what did you feel like worked for you today?
I think we were just in the strike zone a lot. Our offense scored early, which is huge. came out with some run support right away, which is obviously what you want to do when you've kind of been struggling a little bit. So then after that, our job, Stalls and I back there, just to kind of attack the zone and stay in the zone as much as we can. And then we had really good defense today. So I think that combo works out.
Did you lobby Shelty at all to try to finish it?
No, we were good. We were good there.
Tyler, Sheldon told us that your command at the upper level of the strike zone with the fastball was key. What does that do for a pitcher when you're able to hit high fastballs for strikes?
It's good. It's just, especially, a day like today where you got a lot of wind blowing in and the ball's not going out. You don't always want to pitch up in the zone a bunch, but sometimes, the circumstances allow you to do that. And so today was a day where we could kind of get away with that a little bit more. And force the guys to put the ball in play in the air because the field's playing a lot bigger.
Tyler, you had a couple looks at this Cubs lineup now. Did you take anything away from those starts for this one?
What's that?
You've had a couple looks at this Cubs lineup now. Did that, play into how you approach this one?
No, not at all. It was a different lineup than I'd seen the last two times. The first two times they ran out the exact same lineup. Today it was a different look. Baez was a little banged up, and then I haven't heard about Riznik, but I hope he's all right. But he goes down too in the middle of it, and you get Peterson back in there. And you have Vargas in there, and we haven't seen Duffy yet. So it was a different look than we had seen before. But same thing, just kind of go out with the game plan and execute.
Tyler, I know back in spring training, we talked to you about, when you're healthy, you feel like you can do this and whatever. Is this validating for you at all? This sort of run that you've been on? I'm guessing you're healthy and want to knock on wood with that. Does it just feel good and validating to be able to pitch the way you have?
Yeah, it just gives you confidence in going out and competing. I played for a long time where, you're out there, you're kind of battling for your life. When you're injured and you're still trying to play, it's hard to focus and it's hard to compete, and there's always some competition going on, and it makes it a lot tougher with your concentration with a lot of things. But to be healthy, I'm super thankful for it. And the Dr. Brian Cole's actually out here in Chicago. Just super thankful for him to be able to give me a chance to keep playing and to a spot where I can feel like I can compete and not have to worry about it.
Tyler, Colin goes to the injured list today and Reynolds is sidelined, but the offense really steps up right there out the gate. What can you say about just the way that their mentality was, a very different lineup from what you guys have seen today, but you got it done.
Yeah, we had a different look. And to be honest, you don't get a chance to see the hitters very well here in Chicago because the dugout's pretty deep. So you can't see the field, but I just know early on I was high-fiving a lot of guys that were coming in because they had scored. So that's a good sign. But yeah, it was just a different lineup for a lot of guys. And, sometimes maybe that you kind of lock it in a little bit more. It changes your focus. You're in a different spot in the lineup. You're hitting a different spot behind somebody else. Maybe it's a different look mentally for some guys too. But, I think altogether we had a lot of good at-bats, with the exception of myself.
Tyler, you're able to take off a lot and add to your pitches. Like I was looking at the mile per hour splits, and it's like 6 miles an hour on each pitch. Has that always been something you've done well and try to do, just like adding and subtracting to each individual pitch?
Yeah, I just, I think that the pitches sometimes play differently to different guys and like different shapes. And so sometimes you have a shape in your head that you kind of want it to be. And I think sometimes when you try to shape it that way, you lose some velocity, or sometimes you add some velocity depending on what you're trying to do. It just depends, on the situation and you pick your spots maybe when you want it a little softer, a little bit harder based on what you're trying to accomplish.
We're good to go.
Wilmer, what was it like for you to see the role that Tyler was on today, being able to go 8, and he probably even could have gone 9?
No, contento, ¿me entiendes? De que empezó, yo sabía que iba a tener tremendo juego. Se vio que tenía el dominio del juego, el control, ¿me entiendes? Estaba dominando su picheo y contento de que hizo buen trabajo y ha hecho estos últimos juegos, las últimas salidas que ha tenido, ha sido excelente.
We can't hear
Mike.
Yeah. Mike.
Hey, Mike, can you get in front of the camera? We can't hear you. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was really happy, for him. It was fun to watch him pitch. From the beginning of the game, I already knew, man, this guy's gonna have a really good game. He was dominating his zone, dominating his pitches and his command. And just throughout the past series that he's been pitching, man, he's been looking really good. So I enjoyed every bit of it.
Wilmer, can you take us through your first at bat and how gratifying was it for you guys to be able to get him a 4-0 lead before he threw a first pitch?
No, por hablar sobre tu primer turno y en ese turno y esa entrada lograron llevar 4 carreras para ir continuar el juego. Como hablando de ese turno, ese primer turno tuyo.
Mi primer turno en realidad nunca me había enfrentado contra él, pero no le había visto muy bien los movimientos, ¿me entiendes? De la pelota, pero me batallé. Gracias a Dios conseguimos el hit y para todo olvidar, ¿me entiendes? O sea, para coger el control del juego.
Even though I have faced the pitcher before, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I haven't seen that movement, from him before. So, I was just very glad that I was able to get a good at bat and be able to help the team get those 4 runs in there in the first at bat that I had.
Wilmer, the offense is down a couple players right now. How much does it mean for you guys that you were able to, put together 6 runs and just have a really good day as a team at the plate?
Ahora mismo el equipo tiene mucha gente lesionada. Qué buen se sintió el equipo poder lograr 6 carreras y ganar esta victoria.
Bueno, sí, el equipo hasta ahora ha tenido unas cuantas injuries, ¿me entiendes? Pero nosotros no queremos eso, no se quiere eso. Uno lo que quiere es tener el compañero saludable, pero nos apoyamos uno al otro y qué bueno que tuvimos la victoria hoy. Para eso, ¿me entiendes? Nos da la motivación para seguir, sin importar lo que esté pasando, seguir ganando juegos, que lo importante es lo que se quiere.
Unfortunately, it's always hard to see our guys go into the injury list and just see the team battle with injuries and see guys, going down. However, from the beginning of today, we were supporting each other, encouraging each other, and really reminding each other that we're here to get that W. We want to walk away with a win. We want to have a happy flight. So, we throughout the game, we were just motivating each other, encouraging one another, supporting one another, lifting each other up, communicating about the game. And I'm just very grateful we were able to get Anderson that W.